What's up, guys? It's Kyle coming back at you with another video. Today I'm wearing a gray shirt, not a white one. And today we're actually going to be talking about investments. Everything's changing right now. So yeah, I wanted to make this video because something that I have wanted to get into focusing in on with my channel, as well as career advice and progressing that way, is also investing. Investing is something that I've kind of taken interest in over the last couple of years. I have a couple of brokerage accounts set up. I have a Roth IRA, a 401k, and just a regular brokerage account where I trade individual stocks and indexes, everything like that. So I do have a little bit of experience. I'm not going to say I'm an expert by any means, but I figured that with everything that's going on with Gamestop and the stock market in general, it would be a good time to make my first video about it. So that's what we're going to do today. I wanted to get everyone kind of up to speed on what's going on in the markets, everything that's going on with GameStop, and just the market in general, kind of giving you an idea as to what's really happening if you are not familiar with it. And if you are familiar with the stock market and you aren't sure what's going on with GameStop, or if things seem a little bit confusing, I figured this might be a good time to kind of take my first step into making videos about investing and giving you guys some of my knowledge and just kind of breaking things down in case that you don't understand what's going on or you want to get up to speed on what's going on. So let's get right into it. The first thing that you need to know about what is going on right now in the markets is what's going on with GameStop. And I'm sure that you've seen this on the news. It's all over CNBC. All of the, market channels on YouTube and on the news are talking about it. Basically, what's been going on is a bunch of Reddit users have gone in and essentially challenged hedge fund managers on the position of GameStop. To break that down, hedge fund managers who manage millions and billions of dollars in assets have been betting on the price of the GameStop stock to go down. Okay, so let's say basically what's going to happen here is they are buying or borrowing shares of GameStop from a brokerage, okay? So they're borrowing the shares, and let's say for simplistic sake here, GameStop is trading at $20 a share, which I believe it was before everything happened. So they borrow the shares at $20 a share, okay? Now, they are essentially signing a contract saying that they are going to return those shares back to the brokerage at a later point in time. Typically, this falls on a Friday for most contracts. So the hedge fund managers are saying, okay, great, we'll take these stocks off your hand and we will return them back to you in a week or 2 weeks or whatever the time frame is, okay? And what the hedge fund managers are hoping is going to happen, and this is essentially what they're gambling on happening based on speculation and how the company's doing, is that they're hoping that the price of that company or the price of their stocks is going to go down between the time that they borrowed it and the time that they have to return it, okay? So the hedge fund managers are going to want the price of the stock to drop from $20 down to essentially as low as possible, right? So let's say the price drops down to $5. So they borrowed it when it was worth $20 a share. Now the price of the stock is $5 a share, and they have to return that stock back to the brokerage, okay? They need to go out and purchase that stock because they bought it and they were trading it. Essentially, they need to go back out into the market and purchase that stock again and return it back to the company that they borrowed it from, the brokerage that they borrowed it from. And if the price of the stock is now only $5 a share, they can go out and buy the shares back at $5 a share, give it back to the brokerage account and say, okay, here are all of your shares back. But the caveat here is that the hedge fund managers have been able to profit off of that $15 difference between the $20 that they borrowed the stock at versus the $5 that they had to buy the stock back at in return to the brokerage, okay? So that's that $15 profit that they're putting in their pocket and they're walking out with at the end of the day. Now, Fans of Reddit might know that this is a area, a community where people can get together and talk about things, right? So what happened is a Reddit user going by Wall Street Bets, that's their forum, that's kind of where they talk, that's their community, where guys go back and forth and pitch kind of stock ideas that they might have, things that they might think are going to go up in price over time, companies they think are undervalued. That community decided to get together and look at GameStop as a stock that has been shorted. It's actually one of the most shorted stocks in the stock market today. And they saw that there have actually been more shares of GameStop have been shorted than there are actual shares of the company. So they decided to get together. And since GameStop is one of those companies where, a lot of guys used to love going into GameStop, that brick and mortar store you used to go in and you used to buy your pre-order video games and your Xboxes and your PlayStations, right? So a lot of these guys are very familiar with GameStop and loved it growing up, okay? Same thing with AMC and other companies like that are more so obsolete now and aren't producing great financial returns anymore, companies that aren't doing well. So they got together and decided, hey, screw these hedge fund managers, we're gonna all go in, buy GameStop stock, and it's gonna jack the price up, because obviously as the demand increases, so does the price, right? That's basic economics. So that's exactly what happened. So now these hedge fund managers who borrowed GameStop at $20 a share are seeing the price of GameStop go up and up and up and up, okay? And that's all driven by these Reddit guys who got together and decided to go in and buy GameStop. And as a result, these hedge fund managers are losing their butts on this, okay? Because now they have to go and buy that stock back so that they can return it to the brokerage. Remember that I was saying that they borrowed it at $20 a share, and let's say they're able to get it back to them at $5 a share and make that $15. But if the price of the stock goes up, so if they borrowed it at 20 and the price is now $50 a share, they have to go out and buy that stock back at $50 a share. Okay, so they're now paying an extra $30 on top of the $20 that they borrowed it at, and they have to return that back. So for every stock that they need to buy back, that's an extra $30 that they're losing on those transactions, okay? So these hedge funds are losing tons of money on this, and the price of GameStop just keeps going up. It started at $20. It got to a point where it was trading closer to $500 a share on Thursday. Now, this was great for the Reddit guys that were making, some of them were making millions and millions of dollars off of this, okay? Imagine buying 1,000 shares of GameStop at $20 and then going and seeing that it's worth $500. That's a $480 profit times 1,000 shares. That's 480 grand right there. Okay, guys were doing this with 10,000, 20,000 shares. So they were making insane money. And that's when Robinhood, which is the popular brokerage app that a lot of individual investors are using, a lot of people have gotten into the market with using it today because it's easy to get into. You can make an account super easy. You can deposit money into it, and it's got a super clean, simple interface. It makes investing really easy. Okay, so this was the avenue that most people were going down using it to trade GameStop. All right, Robinhood decided to restrict the trading of GameStop because of increased volatility within the marketplace due to GameStop's price, because it was jumping around a good amount. Okay, so they decided to restrict the trading, which is a whole other discussion to talk about in another video about whether or not that's right or wrong. Personally, I think it's wrong. You should not be able to go in and change the rules in the middle of a trading day and say, hey, sorry, we're going to restrict the amount of this stock that you can buy, okay? So Robinhood went in and restricted it so that nobody could buy GameStop anymore. They could only sell their current positions. It caused the price of GameStop to crash down to, I think it was around $150, and this caused an uproar. I mean, it was all over the news, all over Twitter, it was everywhere. And this has now led to a big issue. Robinhood's on the chopping block right now. The company is getting tons of scrutiny. Customers are furious. Tons of, Dave Portnoy from Barstool, AOC, Elon, all of these people, Kevin O'Leary was even talking about it. All of these people are up in arms about it, saying that the hedge fund managers somehow, the guys in the suits were able to get in there and work something out with Robinhood, which saved them. It bailed them out because they were losing their butts on this with the price going up to $300, $400, $500 a share. Okay, and somehow, miraculously, Robinhood's able to bail them out by restricting trading. And it wasn't just Robinhood that did this. It was a couple of other brokerage accounts or brokerage firms that did this as well. And they all went in, did it, caused the price to drop. People are losing their minds. That happened Thursday. Everything was still restricted Friday as well. So I think you could only buy like one share max of Gamestop or AMC or any of those companies on Friday. The price did come back up though. I think it was trading at around $310, $320 around close on Friday. So this has now just created this whole situation. All the Reddit guys are talking about holding and they're never going to sell and they're going to keep jacking the price up and that Robinhood can't do this forever. Okay, so it's a pretty hot topic right now. It's definitely having its effect on the markets. The market was up 600, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and then it dropped another 500 on Thursday or Friday, and then it dropped again. It went up Wednesday, dropped Thursday, and then dropped again on Friday, okay? So this is kind of where we're at. Right now I'm making this video on Saturday, and I've been checking in on the Reddit, and I've been seeing that everyone is talking about holding, and they're gonna continue jacking the price up. Now, in terms of what you should do, I'm not gonna make any suggestions. I think that the company, the position is very volatile. There are some people who are going to make a lot of money, and there are some people who are going to lose a lot of money. So in my personal advice, I think that the traditional way of investing works well here. Just continuing to buy and hold stocks that are based off of a good track record due to the company and how the business runs. Not just the fact that a bunch of people have gotten together to inject life into this dead business is not doing well, okay? That's all I'm gonna say on that. But I figured that this would be a great time to get into kind of talking a little bit more about investing. I'm definitely gonna make more videos talking about my personal investment portfolio, my tactics, my strategies, what I do. I'm 22 years old, and so for me, I'm pretty young getting into the investing world. I think it's definitely better to start as early as you can, but I think it's going to be a great opportunity for me to get into that and talk more about it in the future. So if you guys enjoyed the content, enjoyed the video, if you learned something, let me know in the comments, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. We hit 100 subscribers. We're now at 120, which is awesome. I'm loving the growth that we're seeing here. We're kind of picking up steam a bit, which is great. And I've been talking to a lot of you guys on LinkedIn and Instagram, so I'll leave the links to my LinkedIn and my Instagram below. Like I've said in other videos, typically I can get onto LinkedIn once a week, try to get on there and answer any of your guys' questions, but I'm definitely a bit more active on Instagram. So you'll see that I usually try to get back to people within a day or two. So connect with me on those platforms, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.